broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
That's right, kids. That's right.
Oh, Kenny.
OKL. OKL. Hi, welcome to the season finale of the season finale.
The double feature season finale.
The season finale of Playing House and our Playing House After Show. I am James Lott Jr. here on AFTERBUZZ TV, and he's back.
I'm here.
He's here. The car made it. His Toyota.
My Toyota Camry, which I don't know if you've heard, Playing House fans, but a Toyota Camry has great curves. It is a wonderful vehicle that Maggie and Emma love a whole lot. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, sometimes those batteries, they fail on you right when you need to leave to get to Encino.
Totally.
So, sometimes you can't make it. And that's what happens.
That's what happens. And I want to thank all of you online who were so nice to me and kind to me because I was by myself at the last minute.
God bless you.
Because
I would not have wanted to do it by myself.
Everybody was like, oh my God.
What
James.
else happened in the episode? I just said her like, oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh yeah.
That's funny.
Sklar Brothers, funny twins. Hot tub, great.
I just acted like I was talking to you through the screen.
Yeah, I think that was probably your best move.
That's what I felt. Well, you and our engineer at the time was Raymond, so I kind of talked to both of you.
Oh, that's
guys
good. That's nice.
At the same time. So,
yeah.
But Patrick
sorry,
Fisackerly
guys.
But it was his car, it wasn't him. And so he's back and here to talk about the last episode of the season. Episodes of the season.
Yeah. And it's been a short trip, it seems. It's been 8
America.
episodes, but really it's only been 6 weeks.
That's true. Actually, that's true. We opened the season the same way as we're closing it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So where can they find you, first of all?
You can find me on Twitter at Fisackerly, Fisackerly.
And of course, me at Black Hope LA, BLAKHOPELA, all on Twitter. And actually, before we begin, we're just going to talk about something that's going on with our boss lady, our guru-is. I guess I call her. I make up words all the time, so that's kind of weird. But I am educated. And her name is Maria Menounos, of course. You hear her name at the beginning of all of our after shows. Her and the Huff brother and sister team on Dancing with the Stars, Julianne and Derek, have started this whole kind of dance battle thing with this family dance thing about 2 years ago on like Instagram. And now it's become this big thing. It's exploded. And so now it's America's chance to dance. So 8 families have been chosen. Do you think your family would have done it?
Oh, no. I tried to get my family to do a family double dare once, like at a theme park, not even for TV. Like it was one of those where you do a live theme park show. No, my dad wouldn't do it. Well, my mom would probably like grin and bear it, but my dad wouldn't do it.
Well, these 8 families have been chosen. They're going to come to LA and they're going to battle. So you got to make sure you check it out. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be really big. So set your DVRs now.
Families much more fun than mine are going to be
exactly
on ABC.
Yes,
ABC. That's a major network.
That's real network.
That's a not like this crappy USA stuff, right, guys? I mean,
not a netlet or anything. Yes,
come on, characters welcome. Sure, you want anyone to come on watch
exactly.
You're USA,
but on ABC,
we're kidding. USA actually is very good shows.
And they actually endorse our show, so we like them.
And they're a subsidiary of Universal.
Yes,
right?
they are. Yes. So Dance Battle America is the name of the show. So go onto your menu and whatever you're on, Doug TV, Dish, whatever, set your DVR, and it begins airing on Monday, September 14th after WTS, which is Dance with the Stars.
That seems like a good double feature there. Those 2 shows together.
All about dancing, 10 p.m., so do it.
It has Julianne Hough and Derek Hough are both from Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, and what's funny is I met Derek Hough. I actually went to a taping, and he came out to the crowd in the beginning. He was super nice. And I was like, Derek, and he came up and he actually shook my hand and looked at me and I said, it was very nice to meet you. He goes, same to you too. And he kept on going.
I've met neither of them.
It's not a competition. It's okay. I'm more popular than you. It's okay.
I've met neither of them.
But they were very nice. So anyway, check that out. And that's Maria, and we're really happy for her. And it should be fun. Okay, so we have 2 episodes that are called Officer of the Year and Celebrate Me Scones. So I mean, it was just we're going to treat them both as like basically just one long episode because they kind of were just kind of blended together. And so the first episode's all about Emma playing this, policeman's ball.
Yes. The Officer of the Year is our first episode.
Officer of the Year. And so Emma is still with Rabbi Dan.
Right.
At the moment.
Still, though, with some feelings, perhaps, from Mark.
Now, is it me? I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead, ask away. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
Okay. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy if you were all ears.
I'm going to take off my headphones so I make sure I hear you.
It works the opposite that way.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, right. My question is for you. Did it seem like because Rabbi Dan leaves during the ceremony? I think oh my God.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. I was a little distracted by it. What is it?
Yes.
It is a mosquito.
No, it's not a mosquito. It's a big.
Is it a mosquito eater?
If you're a listener or a viewer who's confused,
It's a mosquito eater.
there's a bug in here.
I will do my best.
Because if it gets me, I will swell up and have to go to the hospital.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
I might too. I've only tested it once and I got pretty swelly.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway. So
Hi, everyone.
Yes, we're back. It does happen the other night too. So it kind of happens. It's been really hot out here in LA. Okay. So my question to you was: did it look like Rabbi Dan knew they were going to break up when he was leaving? When he said goodbye to her?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think she was a little cold to him the whole night.
Yeah.
And I've been that guy. So I get it.
Yes.
Like you can just tell when someone is like intellectually there for you, like
Yes.
they want to do the right thing, but like emotionally they are in another place.
Yeah.
And that's clearly what was happening there.
Yeah, because she was going through the motions. She was being nice and everything, but she wasn't being into him like she was.
She wasn't being present for him.
No,
she
that's a good word.
Her emotions were elsewhere.
Yes, exactly. And because Mark had no date at the time, so he was like, so she's going to go with him. He's coming. It was this whole kind of funny exchange about that he was coming. So while it's funny, I like Maggie and Mark's relationship.
I'm so distracted.
I know. I'm trying to.
There's a bug
It's
killing.
not a mosquito eater. It's a flying cockroach.
It sure is.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even see it anymore.
1 second, I see it right over there,
This
above the
is
camera.
riveting. For oh my
Yes.
God, I think that's a stink bug.
Oh, that's gonna make it worse.
Yes.
If I
Just spray it. Just spray it and kill it.
Do it,
Guys.
Do it.
This is so compelling
This
to
is like
listen
this
to
is
and
live
watch.
television.
Can I kill it?
It went
don't
down.
know.
It went down.
Although
It
I
went
think
down.
my camera's all sprayed now.
It's still climbing up. It is still climbing up. It's a ghetto flying, whatever it is.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
fine.
have like a Barbara Walters gauze over my camera. Can we get is there a way to see that? Or are they looking at
This
who are
is-
they looking at
it
right now?
smells good, kind of actually.
Show them.
Yeah.
Show
It's
them
there.
me.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Not
Is it
that
not that bad?
No, it's not that bad.
From here, it looks like it. From my monitor, it looks
Yes.
like it is.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, so we go.
It's okay.
We go. Okay, we got it. We got it. She did.
can do
It's
this.
gonna fly down or something.
No ventilation here. We're all gonna die.
It smells good. It smells good.
It smells like camp.
It does. Oh my god, it does.
Yeah.
It does smell like camp.
Okay.
Okay, so
Playing house.
The playing house. So Rabbi Dan and Emma are going together. But I was gonna say I like that Maggie and Mark's relationship. They're really playful and they seem like friends from a long
Yes.
time.
They are, well, I mean, they've been friends just as long as Emma
Right.
and Mark have been friends.
and I don't see romantic anything between the two. It's just like they're just friends.
I mean, they made out once, but that's
yeah,
it.
that's right. Yeah, that's it. But I see them as friends.
Right.
And
Friends
they-
make out.
Yeah, I've made out with friends. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, why not? But I like the relationship together. It's kind of like the way that Emma's not jealous of that at all. It's just kind of like they're all friends. And so they go shopping, and so he asked her to go with him as his date.
Right.
Yes,
Which I thought
yeah.
was nice.
That's very nice.
And she also like kind of pretty womaned him and helped him pick out a tux.
Yes, he
That
did.
was
So
awesome.
that was it was very Pretty Woman-esque, wasn't it? And so of course we get Bruce back. I love we didn't get enough Bruce these 2 episodes. I love Bruce.
Bruce is an interesting character because that character in most shows would be the villain that you would
Yes.
never see again.
Yes.
Because he cheated on her.
Right.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, well, it is, yeah.
And instead, he's like a nice person who just shouldn't be with Maggie.
Right, and you're right. He should be the person where you're like, that's the ex, that's the evil ex. He should be relegated. But no, it's like he's kind of endearing.
Yeah,
he's kind of bumbling. He's kind of
Sure.
like that kind of. And the fact that they actually are kind of amicable with each other.
Right.
It's fine. So he wants help. So he's doing water duty and stuff. He's the busser, basically.
Yeah.
Of this thing. So that's kind of fun.
And he's the one originally who has a crush on Andy McDowell.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so the running...
Do you remember what her actual name is, the actual character's name?
Yes. Her name was Giselle...
I'm going to call her Andy McDowell.
There you go. Giselle Zerovich.
Oh, right. She had a weird name.
Yes, because she was half Albanian, half...
They had some weird... They had jokes about it.
Yes.
Yeah, she did look like Andy McDowell, I thought.
She did kind of, actually.
I mean, clearly they cast her and then wrote around that.
Right, probably. The hair and everything.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing. I'm not a big Andy McDowell fan. I hated her, actually, for years.
Why don't you like... She's charming.
I thought she was just...
Groundhog Day.
I can't say
4
words.
weddings and a funeral.
There's things I can't say on here because I don't want to insult her. But then I actually saw an interview with her recently.
Andy, I love you.
Well, here's the thing. No, I saw an interview with her recently, and I really liked her in the interview.
I love Magic Mike XXL.
Your favorite movie of all time? I know.
It is. It's my favorite movie of the year.
I remember of the year.
It is it's definitely my favorite movie of the year so far.
I remember. So, yeah, I was never a big fan. So it's kind of funny they chose her because I was never a big fan. But I saw an interview with her and I actually liked her from the interview. But yeah, so basically this chick kind of looks like her and she kind of has the hots for Mark. Mm-hmm. And so Mark's like,
who wouldn't? He looks great in a tux.
He does. He's a tall, delicious black man. That's right.
Last name Rodriguez, though.
Yeah, so it could be Afro-Cuban or Afro-Puerto Rican.
I don't know. I'm sure they've said it before. That was the first time I registered me. I was like, oh, he's Rodriguez. Okay.
I remember that from before. But they never specified.
Sure.
Because he never speaks Spanish or anything. So maybe it could be of just a brown Latino.
Sure.
There's for those of us who run around here.
Keegan-Michael Key is half black, half white.
I know. I know in real life, because both of them from Key and Peele, they're both biracial,
right.
if I remember correctly. Yeah. So she did it, but so Emma doesn't kind of like that. There's some funny names she calls her and stuff. But the thing is, they're at this party, which is a nice lavish party. She did a good job, did a great job, and it's time for Officer of the Year, and it's Mark actually.
Right.
So he wins it and everything. Why I bring this up because a little later on we have a cute little moment between them. He wins this medal and everything, so it's about that in a second. But Emma has a breakdown. Has a classic Emma breakdown in the bathroom. A lot of things happen in the bathroom in these shows because it's girls, right?
Women in their bathrooms, right?
Like you said, what stays in the women's bathroom? What stays in the women's bathroom? That's right, Alexis. I know. That's what
my favorite line of the episode was Lennon asking her if she had the big D. If she had to take a big D, which is diarrhea.
Right, diarrhea.
It was a diarrhea joke.
Yes, big D was diarrhea on
but
this
they didn't explicitly say, but they referred to it as the big D.
Yes, it was kind of funny.
I don't remember if that's show canon or if that's just Lennon and Jess doing comedy canon, but I've definitely heard them talk about diarrhea as the big D before.
The big D. That's so funny. So they did that, and so she's having a meltdown, which was kind of. And again, this show does it so well. I mean, it's like it's slapsticky.
Oh, it was very emotional.
It was very emotional.
From then to the end of the episode, it was very.
I know.
Moving.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. It's supposed to be a comedy, and it's like a comedy drama.
Oh,
so
I
cared.
I cared a lot.
I do. I care about it.
I care more about the characters in this show than I do most shows that I watch, including some dramas.
Exactly. Well, they do a good job of the through storyline of where we're following them in their journey. It's kind of funny for a half-hour kind of slapsticky, jokey comedy, but you really do every episode follow along. And you see they have a journey they're going through with them. With the two girls, with the baby, with the ex. I mean, it's all just kind of. I love it. I think it's just
terrific.
It just always catches me off guard for a second. Like, oh, I'm about to have a tear in my eye. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I definitely felt emotional watching them discuss if they should get to watching the two women discuss if she should go after Mark or not. And turns out she kind of does. She kind of does. But I just have to mention this really quick. I love the dance stuff. And this is where Bruce and Maggie's song is I Like to Move It.
I know, I love it. By Reel to Reel's name of the group from the 90s.
Oh, I would have just said from Madagascar.
We're different ages, aren't we? I keep forgetting. I
know it was a pre-existing song.
I know, but
who sang
I'm saying that the pre-existing song was I was like 21 when the song came out.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Just sidebar, if you've never seen Madagascar 3, everyone, that's one of the best comedies of the past 20 years, and I'm not kidding. Not the other ones, just Madagascar 3.
Okay.
It's great.
That's my mom likes those movies. I have to ask her what she thinks.
Oh, it's one of the weirdest, funniest movies of the last 20 years. It's great. And
they also played another song that I saw them in concert at Videopolis in Disneyland back in 1987, Wang Chung.
Really? You saw Wang Chung in concert?
Spider, sorry.
Oh, there's another bug in here?
See, because last night I did zoo in here, so I think it's what's going on. The animals are attacking.
I don't like bugs, guys.
Oh, I don't either. Not really. I mean, they're necessary to our ecosystem. I'm not a big fan.
This whole podcast just us screaming at bugs.
It happened on several of the shows recently. It's kind of funny. Just as that time of the year, I guess.
We got to get out of here.
You want me to kill it?
We got to move to another studio.
Okay, 'cause I see it right there.
I know.
So I can kill it for you.
No, okay, do your show.
Okay.
Oh, that's like a daddy long
I know,
legs.
so I'm like, just go
They're
away.
fine.
Oh, yeah, they're harmless.
I don't like
Like, you can let those crawl all over you. They're not going to bite
Don't
you.
do that.
Crawl over you.
When I was little, I did. Like, I lived in the South, so there were daddy long legs like outside all the time. I would just let it crawl over my arm.
I'm an arachnophobe, that's why I don't like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
arachnophobe.
but those can't bite you.
Just finish your show.
This is we finish up. Okay, so
It's a playing house and Officer Kenny Loggins gives Mark an award.
and Wing Chun.
Wing Chun.
Tonight.
Everybody Wing Chun tonight.
Okay, so they're dancing crazy. Rabbi Dan leaves. Like I said earlier, I could tell he was like done. So he leaves. Mm-hmm. So then Emma goes outside and she's standing there. I mean, looking pretty. And then everything's lit up outside. Mark comes out.
Very grounded scene. Very
God,
well acted grounded scene.
Oh my God. It's good to see him not doing, because he does such brilliant sketch comedy.
And he's very broad.
Oh my
but he's
God.
great. He's
He's
brilliant.
good.
But
Yeah.
like his characters on Key and Peele are always very like Luther. You
Yeah,
know, like
right.
they all are sort of pitched
Yes.
in the upper levels.
Yes.
And because like Jordan normally plays more grounded stuff.
Yes.
Typically, I mean they'll switch it up, but like of the two, he's usually the more manic one.
Yes.
And on this show, he plays such a low key guy.
does. I love it.
and it's great.
I love it. I think it's great for him. And so they're talking, and she has the medal. He puts the medal on her to try it on, and they have this just moment that was straight out of a rom-com. Actually, it was like straight out where the lights behind them. They're by themselves. I thought it was a very interesting choice. They talked about what they would do with each other if she hadn't had a boyfriend.
Oh, it was pretty hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
When they described each what they would do, it was a very cool thing to do. And then they didn't kiss, but it was like it was kind of how it was. We were waiting to see what was going to happen, and it didn't. They didn't. And then he says, "But unless."
And then they get interrupted immediately by a conga line.
A conga line. I know.
Yeah,
It's
watch the show.
it's crazy. It's like a conga line comes through and they're interrupted.
I want to be interrupted by a conga.
Me too. I love conga lines and things. It's kind of fun.
Ooh, I recently was at a place where we did a compliment conga line where we would just compliment everyone we saw and then ask them to join us, and like the conga line would just go through and everyone they passed, everyone would compliment them.
Well, that's fun.
It was delightful.
Oh, I like that actually. Oh, I like stuff like that.
So I think that's a Susie Barrett invention. If you're watching, Susie, which you aren't, thank you for that.
She might be. Who knows?
Sure.
She might just happen to stumble across this and go,
Sure.
I know Patrick Fisackerly. I haven't watched this show.
She sure does.
Yes.
Thanks,
So,
Susie.
Thanks, Suze. So then they go to the next day, and they pan up. I love that kind of camera trick. And it's Maggie and Bruce sleeping together. They slept together in bed.
And it was fine, which I love.
Yeah, they talk about it afterwards. I was like, it didn't get too weird, didn't get crazy.
No, they had sex, and
Yes.
adults can do that.
Yes, they not all adults, but they were able to do it in a
Mature adults.
matured in their maturity level. So they said it was good, and they had a good time. And then Emma walks through the door, crying because she broke up with Dan.
As she should.
But it's a shame because I liked his character. And
He was great.
and he's a great actor.
But he wasn't
again.
great for her.
I guess.
Guys, we know.
I know.
We know who she should be with.
I know.
There's no secret here.
I know. So it leads to the ending episode, of course.
Celebrate Me Scones.
Me Scones.
A call back to the first episode, to the
Yep.
pilot. That when you don't remember Maggie plays "Celebrate Me Home" in the car.
That's right.
Emma.
Oh my God! Just took a second. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, because I know it's a play on the words for his song, but I'm like, that's right. They did in the first episode.
They play in the first episode, and when they take the baby home from the hospital.
I totally forgot about that. That's so funny. You're absolutely correct. Look at that.
That's right.
So they're looking at her and Zach. They brought Zach back. My buddy Zach. They brought Zach back. Zach
Zach's
Woods.
back.
So Zach and Maggie are watching on the couch, the famous couch. Of course, seems like the couch just gets lots of action. Watching an old home video from 1984.
A very well cast old home video.
Yes, that's what we were saying. They look like them
They
younger.
looked very like I bought it. Like it was great. It was very well done.
So it's like 84, but I was saying, okay, this is me because in 84 I was 15. So I was looking at them at their ages. So are they around my age, I guess, on the show?
They're on the show. They're 30, early 30s.
So could you be that old lady for?
On the show, they mentioned it in one of the episodes because I remember last season on AfterBuzz we were trying to figure out how old the characters were supposed to be, and I feel like they were like 34, 33, 34, 35.
Because in that video, they look like they were what? They were like preteens?
They're like 15.
15? Because I'm thinking
they're like somewhere between 13 and 15.
Because that would make them...
It's around 14?
That would make them 46 like me.
I don't think they're that old.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think me either.
Maybe they just fudged it. They fudged it for the sake of having a footloose.
It was kind of fun. It was like, to me, it was for most things. I was like, I wonder how old
I
they
don't
are.
care.
Yeah, I know. I just for me, I'm just curious. I don't know. But it was funny.
You've been called out, Lennon and Jess.
That's right.
You've been called out.
Are you as old as I am? Yeah, they're probably like, no. They're gonna totally tweet me to death. Hopefully. And but it was funny. They made Zach dress like a woman.
Zach's like my age, by the way.
So he's about your age.
He's like in his late 20s, I think.
Well, he is working.
He's
been
been
all over Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, he started taking UCB classes when he was like a baby. He was like in his early teens, I think, or mid-teens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like UCB New York.
Yeah.
So he was already performing regularly at UCB when he was in his early 20s.
Wow. He's so good.
Because he's been doing improv since he could walk, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good. He's so good. Everything he's on, I love him on. So he's working. Homeboy is a working actor. Yeah.
Very funny.
So the whole episode basically is about Kenny Loggins. As we played opening the show.
It's an entire episode around the fact that they got Kenny Loggins to cameo.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
which is great.
Darius Rucker, now Kenny Loggins.
It is very much in keeping with the show's subject matter and tone that they would go to a Kenny Loggins concert. Yes. And it was very funny.
Yes, and they brought back a character that I did love last season. I love that episode last season. Bo Cephas.
Yep, Bo Cephas is back, guys.
I loved Bo Cephas. I was one of the people. I liked it a lot last season. Like that episode.
I think Lennon has been doing Bo Cephas prior to this show.
Okay.
I think that was like one of her like characters that she would do at comedy shows.
I like it. For some reason, it makes me laugh.
I've definitely seen her do like a dancing woman with a giant wig before.
Okay.
But I think she's also done Bo Cephas at things.
Okay.
But I can't. Don't quote me on that, gang.
Okay. If you do know, you can always tell us. And tweet us.
Tweet us at AFTERBUZZ Black Up LA. I know everyone's names.
Right, and ABTV, Playing House, like that.
Yeah, just whatever you can put in the space.
Just totally
fill it up. Fill all 140.
So basically, they haven't seen him in concert. So they were just having this discussion like, well, is he good? Is he still good? And it turns out, well, we think, or Maggie thinks, they have tickets to go see him.
Yes.
Turns out Zach didn't have tickets to go see them.
Nope, because it sold out in under an hour.
Yeah, because he was on
Hoda
and Kathy Lee or something. Yeah. So they have to get tickets. But the part that was really funny is when Zach was helping Maggie with her exam for nursing.
Yes.
So they threw that in for a little bit.
It was all STDs.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But so it's getting her. So it's kind of giving us a little glimpse that she's really is going for nursing. She's wearing scrubs.
Yes.
So she is going in. So that's when she finds out they didn't have tickets. So they got to get tickets. They go
from Janine Wilcall.
Wilcall. Now, who is she again? Because I've seen the actress before.
Oh, she's Stephanie Weir. She was on Mad TV.
Oh, that's what I thought.
She's done some other stuff too, but like that's probably her biggest credit.
Oh, she's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she played Janine Wilcall. If
you ever get a chance to see her do improv, it's one of the funniest like performers you'll ever see.
Wow,
she's terrific.
Well, I believe it. Again, they find their friends. They bring them in there. And so she's like straight back from the 80s with the jean pants and the stonewashed jacket and the hair. It was hilarious. And she's at an old beat-up car. It looked like a Maverick. I couldn't tell what it was. Old beat-up car.
It wasn't a sponsor, so they didn't talk about it.
No, they didn't talk about it. They didn't give us the name of
They talked about that Toyota Camry, though, didn't they?
And when they showed it towards the end, too, she clicked on
it. It was so well lit in that parking lot.
I know. At night.
Yep. It looked beautiful. Looked beautiful.
You know, if you want to give me a show USA, I will promote whatever you want to give me.
Oh, for sure.
I will write into the story.
For sure.
Don't worry. We're joking right now, but I'll do it.
Yeah. We'll promote anything. Please watch Maria Menounos' Dance Battle America on ABC.
Yes, we'll do whatever you say. So what's funny is they get there, they have to get the tickets. There's this whole little back and forth with her getting insulted by so and so, but it turns out they don't even have tickets. It's like coupons that were inside things. They were gypped.
Yep, they were
bamboozled.
Fake tickets that weren't even fake tickets.
They weren't even fake tickets. They were coupons. So all of a sudden, Maggie walks over to Emma's car and pulls out the trunk.
That's right, Bo Cephas.
Bo Cephas comes back. I was so excited. So they're like, "What?"
It is funny to me. It's just dawning on me now that the Playing House exists in a universe where it's like impossible to get Kenny Loggins tickets. Nothing against Kenny Loggins,
No, of
but
course
like,
not, of course not. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet if Kenny Loggins is playing
Yeah.
somewhere, like you can probably get tickets to see Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, I'm sure. Up into the concert. I mean, after the concert starts.
I mean, look, even if it's sold out, it's probably like StubHub or something, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
it's Kenny Loggins.
It's Kenny Loggins. I mean,
Everyone likes Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, no, we do.
But it's like, it's not Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And you can even get tickets to Taylor Swift if you want.
You could actually.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny they couldn't get any tickets at all.
Yeah.
I like that you said that. It's kind of, that is funny. I didn't think about that until you just said just now. Like,
I don't
you're
care.
right.
I accept it as a conceit
See,
for the plot. I don't care.
We're all picking stuff apart, but we love the show, so we love the show.
Oh yeah,
so.
no, it's not a criticism.
Yeah.
It's funny to me that it's like really hard to get Kenny Loggins tickets.
Yeah, it's so funny. And so also it's revealed that Maggie had wrote to them about how just Emma is, and so Kenny was going to do dedicate a song to her.
Celebrate
in the
Me
concert.
Home.
Celebrate Me Home.
Which
in
is,
the concert.
I would say, I don't know if they've ever officially labeled it this, but I would say that is Maggie and Emma's song.
I think so. At this
Yeah.
point, now that you say that, I think at this point it is. And so that's the whole thing there. So they go and they scalp it. They can't get scalp tickets. So Maggie gets up a plan. She'll be Bocephus. Of course, Emma plays the girlfriend, of course, with the bandana, of
and
course.
then Zach plays like a gothy emo British guy.
Yes, his accent was really good. But I was like, why emo? Like, it's Kenny Loggins.
Well, I think that there was a callback to putting like mascara on him. Is that
That's right.
because he mentioned when he dressed as a woman for the Footloose video that they put mascara on him.
He did. That's right.
Yeah.
He actually looked convincing, kind of, actually. And so they come up with a plan where they decide Bocephus is going to go up and just start joining the roadies as they're unloading, and he's going to join them. So that's what he does. And they follow suit in. They walk in, and Bocephus is like entertaining the troops. So like it's kind of just as usual. Just kind
Well,
of
everyone loves Bocephus.
Of course.
Everyone but Emma.
But Emma hates. Well, I know she hates Bocephus. It's so funny. And so they do that. So then they had the Toyota commercial. That was all in there.
Toyota
Yes.
Camry. Everything is great but the battery.
Except this week it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We got a new battery. It's fine.
Right. Now, Zach meets a girl who you said is...
Pamela Adlon. She's on Louie, and she was the voice of Bobby Hill on King of the Hill.
And so she's a guitarist, and they actually bond over music, and later on found out they had sex. So Zach got him some.
Great joke about how she was electrocuted and her knee was... She couldn't feel her knee.
Yes.
And so he puts a move on her, and she's like, are you grabbing my knee? I can't feel it.
He stopped squeezing pretty hard.
Yeah.
She's like,
Great joke.
Great joke. And then the other big part is that Maggie and Emma get into Kenny Loggins' dressing room.
That's right. Where go ahead and list the foods
Here we go.
that you could find.
This is funny. Well, first on
Well,
the
they
door.
were bringing him ants on a Loggins.
Yeah, Anthony Loggins.
But then he had his little crafty table.
Well, first when you open with the saw on the door,
Yes.
it said, "This is it."
Yep,
which I thought was
funny.
hilarious.
Yep.
Love that song. Then on the caddy snacks table,
Caddy snacks?
caddy snacks table, there was foot juice.
Foot juice was you shouldn't have led with foot juice. That's the best one.
I know, it is,
I would have climaxed with foot juice. Foot juice is very funny.
Climax. Why? Thank you. And it's all rice.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then Celebrate Me Scones was another one, of course. But then the bathroom was Pooh Corner. He did a whole album for the Pooh Corner album.
Is he the one that sings the song about Christopher Robin? Is
Yeah.
that Kenny Loggins?
Yeah, it's him. He did a whole
Christopher Robin, something that used to come on the radio a lot.
something like that.
I
yes.
didn't know that was Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, he did. It was later in his career.
He did a whole album about Winnie the Pooh.
I believe so. Yes. You can always quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe he did a whole album.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. I like Winnie the Pooh.
Hey,
I
why
always
not?
ride the Pooh ride when I go to Disneyland. It's one of my favorite rides.
My brother's John Robin, so it was they're kind of modeling it after that.
Yeah, that's
Christopher
great.
Robin kind of thing. Okay, so then, so when you get in there, they're excited. There's all these like sheepskin things everywhere.
Sheepskin, everything.
Everything.
Never explained.
Never
Posters
explained.
of him everywhere.
Everywhere, from various parts of his career, never explained.
They really like make Kenny Loggins out to be like kind of a maniac.
Yes, it was hilarious.
Because even in his tour bus, there's pictures of him everywhere.
Yes, I love it. And basically, they get to meet him. Maggie, as Bocephus breaks down into Maggie, and takes off her stuff. They get drunk. They get strung out and sent to, I guess, the police station.
Yes.
Where
I thought it was like a holding area.
I wasn't sure. It was
I think it's like a holding area in the concert.
I guess it was a holding area.
And Mark was undercover. Do they ever explain why he was
No,
undercover?
he looked like Shaft.
It was a silly reason to give him a wig and
Yeah,
make him
right.
not be able to talk to her for their episode.
Exactly. And Janine was there.
doesn't
Janine
matter.
Wilcall was there too.
Yes.
She was in there.
She's so funny.
She was funny. She is funny.
She's great.
So it was revealed. It's the 1-year anniversary of when Emma came home and gave up everything.
It's been a year. It's just been 1 full year.
It's really like
What we've learned so much.
we have in a year.
We've had so many adventures.
Well, they had a baby.
They had a baby.
I mean, everything. Divorce, baby, relationships. I mean, Emma has had several relationships at this point now. Then Mark broke up. I mean, like, so a lot's happening here.
Josephus twice.
So it was a very sweet, again, another sweet scene. Mm-hmm. They do the whole crying, talking thing so well. When they like love each other, they're crying, they're talking. I love it.
It's never maudlin though. It's always like grounded and still funny.
I agree. I totally agree. And then so it's been a year, and that's why she did this whole thing. And she was like, "Now we can't do the. You don't hear the song, and it didn't work out, but they still love each other, of course. That's what friendship's all about.
That's right.
We love that." And then, but then Emma is trying to force the issue of like what unless what, which I was like, yeah, unless what? At least like it's not the right time, the right place. He storms out, of course. They says they're free.
They make their way back to that beautiful Toyota Camry. Curves as far as the eye can see.
Yes, exactly.
Right,
Gas mileage.
so smooth.
Gas mileage. I don't know.
Great battery.
Really. And Zach pulls up on the Kenny Loggins bus.
And asks him in.
Gets him on.
Yep.
And there's Kenny who apologizes. He finds out everything. He's like, and the part that was sweet too is like, to Maggie and to Emma, are you everything she says you are?
And then Maggie says yes.
I know. Oh my God. Wish I had friends like that.
Yep. I don't have any friends. What timing?
All my friends are just sarcastic. No. Anyway, so actually I'm the worst at all of them. So they get on and he sings "Celebrate Me Home" to her.
Of course, and they sing with him. And Maggie takes the bass.
Right, the bass. I know she took the bass part. I did notice that. That's kind of funny. And of course, you see Zach gets pulled off, so you find he has sex. And so they had a great time. It actually all worked out. And here's the part that's going to kill me because we don't even know there's a season 3. They get home, had a great time. They walk in the porch, and there's Mark.
And that's the cliffhanger. But here's the good news.
What's the good news?
If the bad news is that it doesn't get a season 3, and I hope it does.
Me too.
I have a feeling that it will. If as long as everyone will, like, it doesn't seem to be like it's failing. Like it seems like there's a good buzz around it. And as for a USA show, I think it's probably reasonably well watched.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, it's all made up. And if you want them to get together, they got together. Here's a little trick about fiction, guys. If they don't write anymore, you can just decide.
It's true, but I'd like to see it happen.
It's not a documentary.
Is it? It's not real life. Dang it.
You know, if God forbid this is the last episode we ever get of this wonderful show, whatever you want happens.
No, actually, you know what's really funny about that? Next, in all seriousness, actually, if it did end now, they did wrap up things pretty nicely. I mean, there's things that we can imagine them keeping going. What they're doing. It's just a Mark thing. I'm like, oh my God. So it's like we got a cliffhanger.
Got to do something for season 3, man.
So we've got to have a season 3, folks. And I already saw on Twitter people are already typing in, like it's season 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt to tweet USA and the Playing House. I think it's called Playing House USA. Yes, their Twitter.
Yeah,
tweet both of them.
I'm going to.
I mean. So an intern will notice it at least. Right. Like someone will see it, and it's helped before.
And also, I mean, the biggest reason of all is to give me and Patrick another chance to be on your TVs, your laptop screens and computer screens next summer.
You can stream it to the TV. Guys, I don't know if you watched that Apple keynote today.
That's right. So you can see it on TV too.
That new Apple TV looks great.
Or listen to us on your phone.
Sure.
You go to iTunes or SoundCloud or whatever. Yes.
That new iPhone looks great. We're sponsored by Apple.
Yes, and we're going to be. And you want us back next year? You got to make sure we get a season 3.
Yeah. Who knows what new phones will be around
by then? By then, yes.
Well, it was over a year between season 1 and 2.
That is true. Yes.
Guys, in 2018, when we have season 3 of Playing House, how old will we all be? Oh, I'll be in my 80s. You'll be dead.
Totally.
But it'll be my turn to take the reins off by myself.
Exactly, by yourself, or find somebody else, somebody younger and prettier than me.
The battery of your body died. It stopped working.
And that's actually could be true, I'm sure. And that's another season of Playing House. We did it, Patrick. It was a pleasure meeting you and working with you this season.
It's finally over.
It's funny. finally. And it's just crazy. So we want to thank you guys for watching us and also rating us and all the things you've done this whole season, which was the 6 weeks. We totally appreciated all of it. And Patrick, so where can they find you after the show? Where can they find you?
Oh, just find me on Twitter. Last night I live tweeted Grease 2. You could see a lot of other fun things like that. Yeah, just go on Twitter, @Fisackerly. If it's on the screen, that's how it's spelled.
Yes. And of course, you can find me on all the interwebs. Black Hope LA on Twitter, James Lott Jr. on Facebook, the superorganizeruniverse.com, my radio show on Fridays, and of course I'm on like 4 or 5 more shows here this week on AFTERBUZZ. I'm doing Lachey's Bar and Impastor tonight.
Do you have like a hammock here that you just sleep in?
I sleep upstairs in that loft space. So, thank you so much for watching us, and hopefully we'll see you next year.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.